Hello, y'all, and welcome in to Simply Blossoming Tarot. As you guys know, I am Gigi. I have came from behind the camera today, child. Okay. And the topic of discussion. I may do these a little bit more, but whatever. I always tell you guys that my spirit guides pretty much, they're like, you're too introverted. Step out into the world. And I'm just like, no, but I'm still studying. I'm still reading. I'm still in hermit mode. Let me make sure my mic is like good. But it was just an energy that came over me, and I was just like, I can't hide no more. Can't hide no more. Can't hide the truth no more. The knowledge needs to be spread. Okay. Whatever it is, what it is. I'm not here. This ain't no makeup channel. This ain't no beauty channel. This is a channel that is for healing and evolving and growing spiritually and stepping into your higher self and all of that, just growth. And so I pretty much, you guys heard my take on from New Age to Jesus. And I had a conversation with my Leo friend. Something happened and I was like, people need to realize who the healers are and who are the people who are just, here for monetary gain or from an ego standpoint, wanting some big following, wanting to be insta famous, wanting to whatever, right? And also, there's a lot of people out here selling things and doing things out of desperation, right? Out of a sense of, I'm not here to literally heal people. I'm here to make a buck because I feel desperate. I feel like I gotta hustle, right? And I'm not knocking nobody hustle. It is what it is. But it's the energy where you see somebody hopping from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And y'all know how I always preach about going the long way, right? So when I'm seeing that, I'm seeing like, okay, you haven't mastered the first modality, right? The first divination tool, whatever. And you already hop into the next, and then you're taking clients, or you're taking in soul fam, or you're taking in, because I don't like calling you guys like customers or clients, whatever, like y'all are soul fam. And so and a lot of y'all really we resonate, and so it's the energy of like, you're trying to help people or heal people, but you may have a good intention, but you're not fully knowledgeable on what it is that you're doing. Or, if you are, I do readings all day, right? And I got some personal readings that I have to do, and they're coming out. But Spirit like stopped me and was like, we need to talk about this. And I got my notes right here. So I'm going to, after I finish this little spiel, I'm going to hop to my notes because I don't want to be all over the place. But it's like, you having the intention, I guess, like to heal. Well, some I don't even know what the intention is, but what I'm saying is, if you're not knowledgeable, if you have not gained scholarship, right? If you don't have the wisdom, right? Because what healers do is also connected to their lineage, I didn't even know. Like, and I'll tell y'all my story, I didn't even know that my grandfather did readings and all that stuff. I figured out after I already stepped into my journey, but that's because I followed what my spirit and my soul was telling me to do, right? And it got me in alignment, right? And so anyway, and me and my grandfather, our birthdays are a day apart, okay? But anyway, so yeah, it's all about being knowledgeable, and sometimes you can gain ancestral knowledge. Like when you really, connected, when you really using your the powers that sit within your DNA, it's not just books, it's not just, oh, I'm gonna do my research. some of it comes from a ancestral knowledge, and that's knowledge that you can't find from anywhere else because it comes from your specific ancestors who were healers or natives or whatever, right? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's, I guess I can say that's sign number one, is that healers, and the whole title of this message is Healers Heal. Okay, period. They heal. Anything outside of that, that's not a healer. So with this whole New Age to Jesus stuff, I feel like if you don't know what your personal foundation, that we speak about, we speak a lot about this on our channel, is the personal foundation. Who are you? What do you believe? What is the pillars of you? As a person, what is your foundation, your inner foundation of you as a person, right? Do you know that? First of all, you need to know that about yourself before you go try to help anybody else. Do you believe in God? Do you have a faith? Where are you drawing your strength from? Where are you drawing your source from? All of that. You need to, whether you Christian, whatever, spiritual, you need to already establish your belief systems, and how you feel, like your personal power. All of that needs to be intact before you step out and start trying to heal others and do for others. Because what can happen is that at the basis of what you're doing, right, if you don't know yourself, right, if you don't know the power that you hold within yourself, you could be helping others out of a connection of codependency. Oh, I don't want to fix my shit. I don't want to be lonely. So I'm going to go get some clients so I can go try to fix on them because I don't want to fix on myself. You see what I'm saying? You cannot be of help to others if you are not of help to yourself, first and foremost. All right. And that starts with understanding, your personal power, understanding that you have God within you. Okay. Knowing the God within you. All right. Operating in this realm within a realm. Okay. With mighty faith. Right. With mighty faith. All right. So now let me just get to cause I'm, all right. So healers heal. Right. So it's a lot of people who want to harness magic. Right. They want to harness magic for themselves. And these are the ones who feel like powerless, like they're looking for some type of power. So like if they see somebody else in their power, they want to, in a sense, mimic that person. It's like you're paying attention to everybody else's lane, right? Not even understanding that there's no traffic in your lane. So you looking at everybody else, right? Not knowing the power that you hold within yourself. What that person got going on, the gifts and talents that you got, whatever, we are all uniquely different, right? Nobody's race, nobody's marathon is the same. So it don't make no sense to be comparing yourself to the next person, to be looking to the next person, right? And then that's that energy of envious and jealousy and all that stuff. But a lot of people, they get into magic, they get into spirituality, and they want to harness magic because they feel powerless. Oh, I'm going to get her back. I'm going to send her this. I'm going to do this, da. Like I said, healers heal. Okay? When you sit and talk to a true healer, okay, and it's some on here, all right? When you sit and talk to a true healer or you get knowledge from a true healer, all of them going to tell you, I don't dabble in that dark magic. I'm not sending hexes and curses and shit to people. Okay? Because the thing is that when you understand, you hold your power, you understand it's a lot of shit you can take care of on your own, right? With integrity, because you got that strength, you got that fearless energy, you got that self-love for self. So you're not going to allow people, whether it's at the job, at home, within a marriage, within a relationship, your children, whatever it is, you're not going to allow people to disrespect you, to go treat you the opposite of self-love, how you love and treat yourself. That's what I always say. You teach people how to treat you, period, right? So if a motherfucker know, oh, I'm not going to try Gigi, I'm not going to try her because she seems like, she's not going to play around, I'm not, so that's the thing. It's like your demeanor. I'm in my power, right? So I'm not gonna let a motherfucker come through and try to knock me off my power or try to distract me from my purpose and my calling and all of that stuff, right? Because that's the focal point. Me and spirit come first. That's it. My connection with spirit, with God, the Holy Spirit, you want to call, is first and foremost. Ain't a nigga in this world, ain't a female on this planet, ain't a woman. Some people don't like the word female. Ain't a woman on this planet or anybody on this planet that is going to sever that tie, right? And so knowing that I already had the power to move and groove and take care of a lot of my shit. And for the stuff that I don't, I pull strength, right? I pull strength from my higher power, from source, whatever you want to call it, from spirit. And I also know that a lot of things when it comes to anybody who was like wishing me harms, I see you in my dreams. I hear your name being called in my dreams. So, and it's before you even think about doing whatever the hell is you thinking about. So, that's the thing. A lot of times, before somebody even try to throw something your way, you already protected. Okay, but let me just keep going anyway. So, like I said, the reason why they feel powerless is because they haven't seen the God within themselves, right? So make sure that you are aligning with healers who see the God within themselves, period, okay? Yeah, like I said, they throw a bad juju because they don't trust God. You know, they don't know universal law. They have not studied, they have not gained scholarship on the operation of this realm, how this realm operates, okay? What you put out is coming right back to you, all right? Whatever you throw out into the universe, prepare to receive that shit threefold or more, okay? And then if you're dealing with somebody who dabble in magic, okay, you got a double action candle, you got a 7 action candle, and this is the thing, when you know good magic, you know bad magic because you, well, not bad magic, but you know dark magic because you know what not to do, right? Color candles, a black candle could be used for protection, it could be used to tell somebody up, you know? So what I'm saying is learn things, you know, the long way. I keep saying that, but understanding universal law, right? Period. Once you understand universal law, it's a lot of stuff that you didn't even got to worry about dealing with, you know? And yeah, and having a lack of faith. So for me, I love candle magic, but I do candle magic. My blue healing candles, whoo, baby, let me tell you, okay? Don't light it unless you're ready to get that healing. And I used that Cancer. We had 2 Cancer moons. Was it maybe 2 months ago? Whatever. Oh my gosh. Okay. But so, and like I said, healers heal. Anything that a healer is doing, whether it's candle magic, whether it's tarot reading, whether it's throwing bones, whether it's throwing charms, whether it's working roots, you know, making spiritual baths, you know, using the elements, whatever. It's all on a basis and a purpose to heal, and it's from a very knowledgeable standpoint. When you sit down and talk to a healer, they gonna, well, they're not gonna give up, you know, everything, but you can tell that you're speaking to somebody who has a wealth of knowledge, okay? Because you have to seriously in this moment be able to discern between somebody who's following a trend and a fad. And to me, a belief system is not something that you should fall into a trend about, like, at all. You know what I mean? That's your belief system. That's how you run your life. That's how you showing up in life. You know, that's how you it's your perspective of this lifetime, okay? But so yeah, so like I said, a lot of them, they don't have scholarship in this, and a lot of them could be mad, you know, because they don't know this is speaking on like when you're a healer and you come across somebody who is jealous or envious or whatever. And so I was pretty much saying that a lot of people are upset when they see when they see you walking in your power, right? And the thing is that a lot of people are mad because they don't know what you know. Okay, they don't have your herb knowledge. They don't have your ancestral knowledge. But that's the thing. You got to get into your own bag. You got to get into your own, you got to know yourself, period, right? Don't be envious or jealous of somebody who knows himself. Take time out to know yourself, period, okay? But another thing, you don't know, okay, and I guess I use myself as an example. You don't know how long I've been on this journey. You don't know how many books I read. You don't know my awakening process. You don't know the pain, the transmutation, the phoenix rising from the ashes. How many times I done had rebirths on rebirths. Okay, inner deaths, rebirths. And that is not easy, right? So you don't know the other person's journey as to where they are. You just looking at a kind of I don't even want to say the end result, okay? Because in my predicament, my situation, I feel like I'm still at the beginning. Okay, this is not the end result. But and it's also people not understanding that you've been preparing this for your whole life. Okay, I've had gifts my whole life, right? And it was so crazy because now that I'm an evolved, I guess, spiritualist or whatever, when I was young, and I used to talk about this, a lot in the dream realm. I'm like I have like a warrior energy, right? And it's because as a child, I was pretty much it was spiritual warfare in the dream realm. And so, I would be fighting in the dream realm. And I don't know if it was like, on behalf of my family or whatever. But now looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, that is so crazy because the adversary really don't care if you a child. They don't care if you're an adult, a man, a woman, or whatever. They gonna try you, But now I'm to the point to where it's like, now I know how to deal with certain things in that area. Okay, but it's like you've been preparing for this your whole life. This is what it is, right? People gonna be mad, people gonna be jealous, whatever. It is what it is, okay? But people don't see what all you've gone through in this realm and the next, and where you came from. South Node, Leo, where you came from, right? To get to where you are today. But anyway, I wanted to speak on, my Bible is in my it's in my room, but I wanted to speak on the scripture, right? Let me get my phone. Jeremiah. And this came to me, and this was another download that Spirit had gave me, because all I remember was God set you apart, and I was like, let me go look at the full verse, and I knew it was Jeremiah 1:5. Okay, yeah. So this is another thing. It says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I anointed you as a prophet to the nations. Okay. A lot of us, and then there's some other ways that they speak about it. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And before you were born, I consecrated you. Okay. I anointed you as a prophet to the nations. So, like I said, a lot of healers are chosen. A lot of healers have their assignment even before and that's what I'm saying. People be prepared your whole life, just lifetimes. Like I can't, split it. Like I can't. That's it. That's just how I can put it. Okay. But and a lot of healers are different. We're oddballs, we're the black sheeps, we're the people. They're like, damn, they'll never leave the house. The hermit, you know what the hermit is? The hermit is the expert. The hermit is the monk. The hermit is the priest. The hermit is the priestess. Okay, like come on. So Spirit is like, don't worry about blending in. And and that's the thing. A lot of healers, they different. They may not be this. They may not be that. Whatever. But the energy that they come in and that they come with is so different from everybody else or whatever. And so people are like, oh, but when the healer was introverted and shy and hadn't stepped all the way into their gifts or their confidence, because a lot of healers, they battle with even putting themselves out there, and that's the adversary. Okay, trying to stomp out your voice, trying to stomp out your gifts, your talents, your power, all of that, because you chosen. All right. So a lot of them are authentic in what they are talking about. Okay. You know that you're dealing with a healer when you come to their channel, or you come to whatever platform, or their store, or whatever the hell they got going on. When you go there and you don't hear that that message being recycled and regurgitated over and over and over and over and over and over again on the internets, like Amanda Seals say, the internets, okay? They're very authentic, right? And with these little talk chit chat videos, and I think I wrote that in my little journal that I have here. I got journals and books everywhere. But I made a vow to myself, because this is something that I've just been seeing. When it comes to me like dropping these little videos, everything that I say, or whatever topic that I'm talking about, or whatever, I'm using scholarship to back it up. I'm using books, okay? Or it's going to be authentic, something that you will not be hearing from nobody else, nowhere else, okay? Aquarius North Node, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, okay? We're here to expand. We're here to grow. We're not here to keep hearing the same shit over and over and over and over again, right? So and I always preach about going the long way, you know, like Nipsey Hussle say, bet on yourself, invest on yourself, do it the long way. So any topics that we're gonna, you know, be talking about, or like, these are just my thoughts. These are just my authentic thoughts. You're not gonna hear this from nobody else, okay? And so that's how we moving, and that's how we grooving, all right? So, and I would just use an example. Like, I had noticed that around the time of George Floyd's death, and you know, we go on Instagram and Twitter and all these apps. I just looked up and saw 2222, and we see death over and over and over and over again, right? Women are the portal to this world. We give life. We birth life, right? And so Spirit had just gave me a little download around that time, and I put it on Instagram. Y'all can follow me as acozygirl, okay? And Spirit said, speak on having cycle issues, period issues, whatever, menstruation issues. And Spirit said, let them know, you know, that period issues in the divine feminine could be arising at this time, because we are witnessing death on the daily. And we're the life givers, right? We give life. And to see life being constantly taken away, whether you realize it or not, on a subconscious, emotional level, all that, you're affected by it. That's why I left Facebook. I kept seeing, I'm very sensitive. I don't like seeing animals get hurt. I remember I was working in the education system, and we went to the rodeo, and I'm like sitting here on the verge of tears, because I see little bitty calves like getting roped and janked up, and I was like, oh my God, like, you know, it was almost like I can feel, you know, what that baby calf was going through. I saw it was something, elephant get stabbed or something like that, whatever. And I was just like, oh my, like my inner being was like, oh, like, you know, it just like almost like disrupted my spirit. And so, it's the same thing when it comes to, you know, seeing our black and brown brothers and sisters getting killed and you know, by the law, I can't even talk, by the cops and stuff. And it's just, you know, police brutality and all of that stuff. That hurts me to my core to see it, okay? I was on Facebook. This was years ago. I have not been on Facebook in a long time. I can't stand that damn place, okay? I kept reporting this stuff, you know, fights. I don't even like seeing people fighting, okay? I don't like videos of people who are dealing with addiction. Like, you know how they have crackhead videos and people think that's funny. That's not funny to me. That's somebody that's in pain. That's somebody who's calling out, okay? That's somebody who is in the battle for their life. I'm not laughing at nobody that's in the battle of their life trying to, figure it out and all this stuff. Everything is not fucking jokes. Everything is not jokes. And so, I would report it and it would still come on my timeline over and over again. Like, it was a woman got killed by her husband in the house. Why is this on my timeline? That's demonic. I'm not trying to be programmed to that. I'm not trying to be desensitized to that. That's not normal. That's not nothing that we should be seeing on a day-to-day. No. So after I kept reporting it and it didn't go, I just left Facebook in the whole fucking entirety. I'm the hell out of here. Y'all ain't getting the clue. Bye. But anyway, so yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That was just an example of, speaking on things that, I gotta move this along because I just wrote down a lot. Speaking on things that aren't being regurgitated over and over. Okay. So I was speaking on, I said, I'm not even done with my goddess transformation, I guess you could say. And then you know what? I don't like when people call themselves earth angels and goddesses and all this, but I do feel, I do feel that, in a past life, you could have been a high priestess, you could have been a goddess, all that. That stuff is still within you, okay? It's still within you. But, I feel like on a physical level, I'm not done with my transformation. But spirit pretty much is like, we got bigger fish to fry. I need you speaking because you did a lot of seeking. I did a lot of seeking. I did a lot of learning. Okay. So now it's about speaking and putting that knowledge out there. Okay. Spirit is like, in a world full of lies, they need the truth at this moment. So I need you to get over. You got a little breakout. You looking at, you feel like you ain't perfect, whatever. God, like, you perfect in my image, okay? So, get into the world. And I want to tell y'all to do the same. You sitting on truth, you sitting on knowledge. Spirit moved through you. Spirit was moving through me earlier on Twitter. If y'all follow me on Twitter at acozygirl, I be on there full just from the thankfulness and the love that God has for me. Like, don't even get me started because I'll bust out crying in here. Okay? But what I just spoke on was that whole, maybe I'll do another video on that. Let me stay. I'm an air sign. I can go from one thing to the next, okay? So, this is another thing about, like, true healers. People get to speaking about them. They asking everybody, how do they do that magic? Or they come to you, ask you how you do this, how you do that. Right? And I don't mind people. I don't mind helping people and things of that nature. But I do feel like if you are walking the path of a healer, you have to go through hermit mode. You have to get your own knowledge and your own scholarship. You have to read your books. You have to write down what's being sent to you via your ancestors and your spirit guides and all of that through your own dreams. You can't bank on going on YouTube to find how to do this or doing this or all of that. And another thing, the elders, y'all gotta go talk to y'all elders, okay? So they can show you the way, because there's a lot of knowledge that's not meant to be on here, okay? But anyway, they ask you how you do this, how you do that, and that's because a true healer goes a long way. The healer knows what herbs to use in a spiritual sense and in a medical sense. Okay? The high priestess she just knows. She has access to the future. She got access to both realms. She's chosen. She's granted. She's approved. All right? Folks get attacked, and don't know what to do. You dabbling in divination and all of that. You gon' get tested, period. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be made for this. You have to be made for this, okay? But it's like, you getting hit with this and that, you don't know how to, you don't know how to handle it. But when this is your calling, when you're on path, your path is gonna stay clear. So a lot of shit that people are gonna send your way, or a lot of things that people send healers way, who are doing the work. They're in alignment, you know. They're in connection to spirit. A lot of shit spirit gonna stop. Even it's not even gonna reach the front door. It's not even gonna reach one grass on the front lawn. No matter how hard somebody try. Why? Because we got work to do. It's bigger fish to fry. Okay? Spirit's like, oh no, you ain't touching my child. She doing work. What you doing? Alright? Y'all doing work. What they doing? So, you know, and let's get clear. Your path gonna stay clear. You gonna see your enemies be used as your footstool. Your enemies will fall to your right and to your left. What the Bible say? To your right and to your left. I'm telling you. You know, and your enemies could be looking. Say you got a platform like this, right? Damn, she ain't missed a beat. She ain't sick. You know, she flourishing. Her money ain't stopped. It's because she's godly. It's because he godly. It's because that's you fucking with a real healer. You fucking with somebody who done did this a million lifetimes. Okay? You fucking with somebody ancient who could just stop what you sitting on a mental level. Don't even got to use the herbs, the roots. Okay? Still flourishing. Doing God's work. You know, if God is for you, who can be against you? Right? Demons can't even enter into her space because it's so sacred. Right? A healer space is sacred. High vibe. Look at them roses. The most highest vibrations in nature. She got life around her. Incense. She got Palo Santo. She got dragon's blood. Right? Candles. Every element is in the room. Every element in the room. She got altars. Right? She got her ancestors in here. Look, I'm just giving you the signs. This is kind of advice to other healers too, but I'm giving you the signs of how to recognize a real healer. And a lot of healers, they don't like, they're introverted. A lot of healers they struggle with being in the public eye. So if you're dealing with somebody who's narcissistic, kind of wanna be a damn show, a circus act, that's another sign. But anyway, so the world is evolving, and it's pretty much that some of us are gatekeepers. Some healers are gatekeepers, and we have been preparing to usher in the new way, because at the end of the day, it's a lot going on. Right? It's a lot of, I guess you can call it a recalibration going on, but we're headed to unity consciousness, all right? And the thing is that a lot of us feel like our way of life is more, because like for me, I'm just going to be honest. I feel, and I call it the old world. In the old world, I feel like I didn't totally fit in, right? In the new world, I'm always in the house, all right? I'm a homebody, but I do go out into nature and all of that stuff. I do enjoy, I enjoy learning about culture, so art, all of that. Going to the museums and things of that nature. I love going to the store because I like, cooking and all of that. I love going to get my stuff from my garden and all of that, make a day out of that, whatever. I like just real simple things. I don't like being around a lot of people and all this stuff. But anyway, what I'm saying is I feel like I'm more in alignment with the energy that we're in now, if that makes sense. I have an online business. Spirit told me to leave my job maybe a year ago now. And yeah, I think it was a year ago. And I did so. I listened. And so I was like, Lord, what's happening? Align me, and everything's coming to alignment. But and that's the thing, you got to move on Spirit's time, whatever. But, I work from home. I'm not being exposed to the, I am in a sense, but I'm just saying the life that I've been living is in alignment with the new way of where we're headed, right? Age of Aquarius. But but anyway, yeah. So I was just pretty much saying that, you know, a lot of us, a lot of healers, have been preparing for the ushering in of the new way, and you know, and it's kind of the energy of like, if you're a gatekeeper, you know, can't nothing stop you. You know, it's written, for it is written. Period. This is something that you came here to do. That's it. Walking your path, walking your purpose, right? So, and I will. This is another thing. The sign of a healer is, like I said, everything that they do it in terms of healing. Okay, their thirst for knowledge is in alignment because they are wanting to heal others, because they like, I'm not about to be doing some shit and I don't know what the hell I'm doing and I'm messing with somebody's energy, right? So even seeking knowledge is almost like a healer's love language, you know. But healers will remind you, and I'm getting ready to remind you, that, you know, take your time on this journey. Step into this journey in this path within a sense of reverence, respect, you know, integrity as well. Operate in integrity, period. Do the right damn thing. Because everything you do, it's cause and it's reaction, right? Cause and effect. Universal law, right? But, you know, and yeah, and it's pretty much like, if you're not operating in integrity, especially in this realm, especially within this spiritual energy, you pretty much cursing your damn self. What you're doing is collecting karma and not dharma, right? When you collect dharma, when you're walking in your path, you know, when you're doing your duty, you know, when you're showing up in truth and honesty and integrity, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? You know, you're not healing prematurely. You know, you're not fucking up your energy and other people's energy. Because when you doing stuff and you don't, either you're not chosen, you're not called, you don't have the scholarship, you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the wisdom, what you're doing is collecting karma. Because you don't, your intention is not in the right space, right? A lot of people get into spirituality and be like this whole new age to Jesus. Oh, I'm being, you know, they talking about they being attacked and all of that stuff. You don't know how to properly protect yourself. Okay? You don't know what you're doing. You ain't got no knowledge. You erecting altars to deities that you are not in alignment with. Alright? And deities, they come to you. They choose you. You're not... My gosh. Look. Right? I've had Isis come to my dreams. I've had Yemaya come to my dreams. I've had Greek goddesses come to my dreams. They show up. But I'm not yet in the space. I'm getting ready to get my knowledge, though. I'm getting ready to start learning all of that about these certain deities. But and for me, I like the stories, right? Like the story of Oshun. She is the goddess of, you know, water, the lakes, the rivers, creeks, whatever, right? Well, she left and went to the moon. She took her water to the moon. And all the Orishas was like, damn, we can't make houses, we can't build, construct, we can't do nothing without her. So she went on up to the moon until they figured out what her worth was. Because at first they was like, oh no, whatever, Oshun, whatever, right? And so she came back and she brought down the water with her or whatever, right? And that's just a story in itself on how, if you feel like you're not being valued, right? You feel like you being taken advantage of, whatever, you go ahead and remove yourself. They gonna figure out later what you brought, what you bring to the table. They gonna figure. You see what I'm saying? So it's not always the energy of like, oh, I'm gonna set up this and I'm gonna do this and I'm all that. I'm not there. Okay. But there are some healers who do, deal with deities, but I'm just not there yet. I am just very disconnected to source, and that's just what it is, you know. But yeah, just make sure you know what you're doing on this journey. This journey is a beautiful journey. It is, it's nothing to be scared about, but this is something that you want to gain knowledge in. You don't want to step into this and you just like, oh, I'm gonna be reading. I'm gonna be giving readings to everybody, and that you're not even cleaning your energy right? You having physical ailments that's not yours. You start somebody reading, you go head pounding, bow, bow, bow. You don't, because you're not properly protecting yourself. You got a spirit on you because you don't know what the hell you're doing, right? It's protocol. It's ritual. It's when you walk into a what's called a cathedral, that's sacred. All the elements is there. They got white candles on their altar. It smells like frankincense. It smells like myrrh. It smells like incense. It's a holy place, right? So some of y'all, well, not y'all, but some of them pulling tarot cards on their flow. Flow ain't clean, ain't vacuum, ain't did no spiritual floor wash. To be a spiritualist, to be a healer, you mopping your flow with Florida water, Ajo Maho, baby. You doing everything. Your whole place is spiritually cleansed and physically cleansed. Okay, because you understand that energies are lower vibrational energies are attracted to filth, right? To clutter. They're attracted. So a lot of times you go into a spiritualist home and it's spick and span. It's smelling real lovely. They got their candles lit. All of that. They're doing a spiritual bath. They do it, cooking it up, putting herbs on the stove or whatever. The whole kitchen smells like Florida water. Everything cleared down. Everything is cleaned down, right? Bathroom cleaned down. Everything. All right. Especially, around new moon, full moon, when you getting into ritual and meditation and all of that. Well, you should be meditating devotion every day. They got a sacred altar or a prayer corner or a prayer closet. These are signs of that you dealing with a healer. And I've noticed that a lot of healers aren't real healers. Like, they're not materialistically driven. They understand that we are in an earthly realm and you need money and you need all of that. If anything, a lot of them are wanting to acquire land, right? So they can have a garden or do whatever. They're not into the whips and the materialism and it's diamonds dripping and showing off, and they're really not into all of that. So like I said, healers heal. That's what they here for. You following somebody and they talking about you need to do this and do that to fuck somebody up. That's not a healer, baby. It's not a healer. And we got witches, warlocks, shamans, just whatever. But I just feel like healers hold an energy of just being almost like wise beyond their years. Like, when you fucking with a healer, you just like, the knowledge don't stop. They got old souls. They're not, and they don't work out of desperation. That's one of the biggest things. Like, people come to the healer. The healer isn't putting up no damn post everywhere. Oh, come, da da da. Oh, da da da. They just let everything gradually grow how it's supposed to, because they got faith. They know that spirit is aligning the people that need to be healed, or that need to come for a message, or whatever. It is what it is, pretty much. But that's all I wanted to say. I think I'm about to do a video on codependency, just because something just popped up on my Twitter timeline, and I was tweeting about it so passionately, I might as well do a video. So, peace, love, and light.